Hey, we're back for the next installment of Storytime. So, tonight, we got a couple new books recently, and they're about the same, they're about the same Swedish triplets. So, it's about these girls here, and their names are Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka.
Yeah.
And this story is called Flicka, Ricka, Dicka, and the Big Red Hen. And it's got a bunch of pictures of chickens. And there's a picture of one of the three. I can't tell which one. With a big red hen. Let's see. Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka were three girls who lived in Sweden. They lived near Aunt Lotta. One day they went to see her hens and rooster. She had a name for each hen. The oldest hen was Gray, and her name was Granny. The four white ones were named Dolly, Tolly, Poppy, and Raquel. The sixth one was a big red hen. Her name was Maisie. She is smart, said Aunt Lotta. She also lays golden brown eggs. How happy you must be to have all these chickens, said Ricka. Yes, indeed, said Aunt Lotta. But I cannot visit my sister because of them. If I go away for a long trip, who will care for the chickens?
Hey.
Huh? Tape.
Yeah.
And there are Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka with Aunt Lotta and her chickens.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
On their way home, Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka were busy thinking. Suppose, said Flicka, suppose, said Ricka, that we ask Father and Mother if we may take care of Aunt Lotta's chickens, added Dicka happily. The girls told their parents about wanting to help Aunt Lotta. Father said, it's a fine idea to care for Aunt Lotta's chickens, but we will bring them here. I can fix the old garden shed for them. Let me see. I don't want you to chew on that. The girls ran back to Aunt Lotta and told her about Father's idea. She agreed at once.
Yeah.
I will write to my sister, she said, and tell her I am coming. And there's a picture of the three girls telling their father. In the morning, Father and the girls went to the garden shed. It will be a good house for the chickens, he said. Since it is near the bushes, they like to go under branches, but we must clean up the shed first. I will carry away the old cans in this big box, said Ricka. I will sweep the floor, said Dicka. Flicka held the nails while Father hammered. He made the hens' nests out of wooden boxes and filled them with straw. Then he made the perch on which the chickens would roost. At last, the shed was ready. What are you grabbing? The next day, Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka went to Aunt Lotta's house. We've come to take the hens and the roosters, said Flicka. Ricka carried Dolly and Tolly. Dicka took Poppy and Raquel. Flicka carried Granny and Maisie. The hens flapped their wings and cackled. Then they were quiet. Just as the girls were ready to leave, Maisie began to flap her wings again and almost got away. There now, said Maisie. There now, Maisie, said Aunt Lotta. Be calm so that Flicka can carry you. When she heard Aunt Lotta, Maisie settled down, and the girls started for home. Aunt Lotta brought the rooster. The hens seemed to like their new home. Even Maisie was peaceful. But hens need lots of greens to eat. Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka went out each day to gather dandelion leaves and other greens for them. I wonder which is more fun, said Flicka, to go for long walks or to look for the hens' eggs. Okay, stop. I like to walk and pick the fresh greens, said Dicka. It's fun to look for the eggs, too, said Ricka. We must hurry, said Flicka, or the hens will be hungry. They are always hungry, said Dicka, laughing. The rooster always crowed early in the morning. Oh, it's time to get up, said Ricka. I wonder how many eggs there will be, said Dicka. The girls washed and dressed and ran to the chicken house. Maisie, Granny, and 2 of the white hens were already in the garden. Flicka and Ricka went to get them grain to eat. Dicka went to gather eggs. Perhaps there will be a golden brown one, she said. But every day the girls found only white eggs. Maisie won't lay eggs for us, said Ricka. Maybe she will later. Why is she screaming? Hey, that's supposed to be at the end of the story. One morning, Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka went into the house and gave Mother the white eggs from the hens. Suddenly, they heard a terrible noise from the garden. They all ran out to see what was happening. They were just in time to see a big hawk try to catch Maisie in his claws. Maisie screeched at the hawk and flapped her wings, but when the girls and Mother shouted and waved their arms, the hawk flew away to the woods. Once he was gone, Maisie shook her feathers and walked away as if nothing had happened. The next morning, the girls went to feed the hens. Let's count them, said Ricka. Yes, said Flicka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But where is Maisie? I hope she has not run away, said Mother, who had just come into the garden. They all began to search for Maisie. They looked behind the garden shed and in the bushes. Maisie was nowhere to be found. Perhaps the hawk has taken her, said Dicka. Mother shook her head. How could the hawk carry off How could the hawk carry off a heavy hen like Maisie, she said. There they are, looking around for Maisie. Every day, the girls took care of the chickens and collected the eggs that the 5 other hens laid. But Maisie was gone. Every day they looked for her but could not find her. At night, while they got ready for bed, they talked about her. How big and strong she was, said Flicka. And how smart. Remember how well she fought against the hawk, said Dicka, beginning to cry. What will Aunt Lotta say when she hears about Maisie, said Ricka. How sad they were when they thought about Maisie. Many days had gone by since Maisie disappeared. One day the girls were sitting on a box behind the shed washing the hens. Soon we will have to return the chickens to Aunt Lotta, said Flicka. But how can we return just 5 hens, said Dicka. And her eyes grew big with wonder. She pointed to the bushes and said, What is that moving under the bushes? For slowly coming out from under a bush was something red and yellow. Maisie, Maisie, Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka shouted with joy. Maisie has come back to us. And look what she brought. Leo, can you see what she brought?
Car. Only car.
I think she brought a car?
Yeah.
I don't think she brought a car. Look at that picture. Do those look like little soft yellow cars?
Yeah, it's a room.
Vern thinks that Maisie had cars. But Maisie did not come alone. Moving along beside her were 6 yellow fluffy baby chicks. Mother came rushing from the house when she heard the shouting. She began to laugh when she saw Maisie and her family. Oh, now I understand why she went away, Mother said. We must find something for Maisie and her chicks to eat. What shall we give them for their breakfast? Asked the girls. We will give them some soft corn and dry rolled oats, said Mother, as she hurried to the kitchen.
That's a better one.
Huh?
That's one.
Zakgwand? At last the day came for Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka to return the hens and rooster to Aunt Lotta. Mother followed the girls, carrying the baby chicks in a big wicker basket. Aunt Lotta, who did not know about Maisie's chicks, was very surprised to see them. "Oh, these will be roosters and hens soon," she said, smiling. "I will save all of them for your very own." "I hope one of the hens will be big and red," said Flicka. "Then we can call her Maisie, too," said Dicka, and they all laughed happily.
But
And that's it. That's the story. And Fern is eating money. Spit it out, please. Thank you. Is that all of it? No, geez. How much money did she eat? Leo, did you see how much money Fern ate? Did you see any money in there? Could you check again, please? Make sure there aren't any pennies in her cheeks.
no.
No? You think she's clean? Yeah? Because she was stealing my money and she was eating it. She's going to choke on it. Okay. Are you ready to say bye-bye to Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Bye-bye, Leo. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to turn it off now.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye, Leo. We love you. We'll see you soon.